which is not now. We have one more formation lap. The race director, Mr. Nigel Edwards, not happy with the formation lap. One kart has actually stalled off the start. That was the Russian Maxim Martinyuk, the Modena engine-powered CRG, but he has fired that kart back into life and will take his place back on the grid. He was due to start on the 12th row of the grid alongside the Italian Fabian Federer. Another lap, another 1.7 kilometres in fact. In fact, it is actually more than that because the racing line is around about 40 metres longer than the designated 1,700 metres. Again, that's according to the GPS tracked data logging systems in use by most of the teams, if not all of them, here this weekend. Francesco Cialenta on screen, pulls it up through the gearbox, cleans those LeConte tyres, will have another go. This is really exciting stuff. There's talent right down through the field. I'm looking at the Japanese driver Fuma Horio in the CRG on the 9th row of the grid alongside the fastest qualifier, Thomas Laurent. Sean Babington now calls the Emirates home, racing the Energy kart. There's Johan Sousa, the 340 Zanardi kart from Portugal. Lorenzo Complesi, can the Formula K driver win it? 306 is Marijn Kremers. There's Bartosz Itzgalski in the Ricardo kart. The field is wide open. We'll try again for a start. The KZ2 final, the second round of the Euro Champs, coming to you from Zuera in Spain. 4 red lights. When they go out, we will be racing, which is right now. Cialenta rockets off the line. Besancon has missed the start. One of the CRGs is out in the dirt. Johansson has got a great start. He is in second, only just. Pedro Hilbrand, the Spanish driver, in third. What a start by Cialenta. Johansson holds second spot. That's the Frenchman Thomas Mitch in the Birel Art, who's up to fourth already. Cialenta with a magical start. Look at the lead he's got through the never-ending left-hander for the first of 18 tours of this Zuera circuit. Johansson in second spot. Pedro Hilbrand third for CRG, the Spaniard on his home circuit. Thomas Mitch for Birel. Then it's Paolo Besancon, who's gone from second back to fifth off the start. Benjamin Tornquist looks like he's got a good start in the CRG. Then we look out for the Tony karts. Alessio Piccini and Luca Corberi just behind. There goes through Alberto Cavalieri in the gold kart. Corberi is up into seventh, ahead of his Tony kart teammate Piccini in eighth. Corberi make that sixth because he's just made the move on Benjamin Tornquist. On the charge now, that graphic at the bottom of your screen is already out of date 2 corners ago. Tornquist, the Swede, back to a 7th spot. Thomas Laurent already up to position number 14. We're looking out for the Italian Felice Tieni. He's made up 2 spots. He's already inside the top 10. Remember, he was on the podium in the opening round at what used to be his home circuit of Sarno in Napoli. Cialenta with a 0.7 second lead. First time across the line. We'll check it for you now. 0.715 was the gap last time. It's 0.703, so it has stabilised. Unfortunately, we've already lost Luca Tilocca, Fabrizio Rosati, Johan Sousa, and Fabian Federer. The European champion from 2011 is out, as is the gold kart driver Tom Lukowski, who ran in the top 3 during the heats. Bad luck for the German. He's already a race retirement. Francesco Cialenta, he continues to lead from Johansson. Hilbrand, Besancon, Mitch, Corberi, Tornquist, Alberto Cavaliere in the gold kart. Remember, he won the pre-final in Sarno. The likeable Italian from just outside of Milan in the north of his country. Up into fifth gear for Cilenta. Johansson does likewise, 100 miles an hour on this main straight here in Zuera. Mitch now starting to come under attack from Luca Corberi. There's Besonsone. Corberi, you just saw at the top of your screen, he made the move on Thomas Mitch. Looks like he's gone through on the KZ2 driver. The Frenchman tries to respond. Fastest lap of the race for the driver from Valencia, Spain. The 25-year-old Jorge Pescadore in the KZ2. He sits in position number 10. Just having made the move on the driver we spoke about earlier, Felicitiene. Besonsone in position number 4. They go up to the furthest point of the circuit. Very, very smooth is the Italian. Hiltbrand, likewise in the CRG. He's going to be in the slipstream right now as they grab 5th and now 6th gear on the start-finish straight. Let's see if the Spaniard can pass the Swede. This is a good passing opportunity right there, but Hiltbrand was not close enough. This time he has a look up the inside. Johansson pushes him wide. They're side by side up the back straight. Besonsone up the inside. Oh, it looked as though he was going to go from 4th into 2nd. Johansson and Hiltbrand touch. Hiltbrand's been pushed wide. Besonsone, the Frenchman, up into 3rd. Made that 2nd. The TKART driver muscles his way past Johansson. And at the top of your screen, one of the TKART drivers has stopped. It's either Piccini or Corberi. We'll try and pick that up for you. As Hiltbrand responds, he gets past Johansson. Besonsone, he's in 2nd spot. He's now setting about catching the leader, Francesco Cilenta. The gap last time was 0.6 of a second. It's now blown out to 1.5 seconds. You can see Cilenta's already gone out of screen. Fastest lap of the race. In qualifying, they were in the 59-second bracket. They're not quite at that pace yet, but I would not be surprised if they do go under the 1-minute barrier. Besonsone from Hiltbrand. Johansson, Corberi. Indeed it was Alessio Piccini who stopped out on the far part of the circuit. It looks though he's been able to restart and continue on, but he's way down in position number 24. That's his teammate on screen, the Italian Luca Corberi from Lonato in northern Italy, home track of South Garda. Takes a tighter line. Down the start-finish straight. Corberi in the slipstream there, the TKART driver. Of course, the TKART in 2nd and 5th. There's Johansson in position number 4. Up the back straight. Cilenta's lead is 1.47 seconds. Besonsone from La France in 2nd spot. Let's have a look at the replay. This was Corberi going through on Johansson. Nicely done. They did not touch. Of course, we do have the new CIK regulations in force this weekend. Slam the driver in front of you and you will get a 30-second penalty because your nose cone will be dislodged. The officials checking after every heat. Hiltbrand in the slipstream of Besonsone. There's Johansson in the energy cart. Francesco Cilenta, the gap last time, 1.4 seconds. He's down to 1.3. They've picked 1/10 of a second off the Italian. Thomas Mitch, the KZ2 drivers, drop back to 7th. Alberto Cavaliere from grid number 12. You can see him coming into battle now. He's now in position number 6. The blue and yellow gold cart. The chassis manufactured by the Righetti Ridolfi company in Verona, Italy. Cavaliere, winner of the pre-final in Sarno. Remember, he's got amazing pace. He's ahead of Thomas Mitch, the Frenchman in the KZ2. then Jorge Pescadore, the 25-year-old from Valencia in Spain. Then we go back to Felicitiene and Benjamin Tornquist, the Swede, rounding out the top 10. Hilbrand still on the tail of Paolo Besancon. Hilbrand with the title line through the final corner. He's in the slipstream of the Frenchman. Look how low Besancon sits behind the steering wheel. It is a big advantage around this massively quick circuit as Corberti goes through ahead of Johansson. Fastest lap of the race. We just spoke about him, Jorge Pescadore, but Hilbrand has got past the Frenchman. Pedro Hilbrand from Spain, he runs a little bit wide after making that move on Besancon. Wow, it nearly all came undone for him. He just gathered it up. Such is the speed of this circuit. They have to be incredibly accurate with their braking. Miss it by a few centimetres and the karts will drift wide because they're travelling constantly at more than 100 kilometres an hour. Indeed, an average speed around this circuit of 103 k's an hour. There's Hilbrand, nicely done. At the same time, Johansson going through on Corberti. So 2 moves on the one corner. You caught it all on the replay right here on CIK-FIA.tv. Down through turn number 2, accelerating, just kissing the ripple strip through the left-hander, then braking for this hairpin. Corberti has gone back to 5th place. He's going to come under attack any moment now from Alberto Cavaliere and Jorge Pescadore. He's trying to make it 2 Spanish drivers in the top 6. He now sits in position number 7. While this was going on, look at that, position number 11, Maik Sibeke, the SRP Motorsport driver from grid number 31. The German is now up into 11th. What a drive by Maik Sibeke, the Modena-powered CRG. He's made up 20 places in 9 laps. A rocket start off the line. To be fair, he's been aided by quite a few retirements, which now include the Formula K driver, Lorenzo Complesse. He is out, having retired just a couple of laps ago. Joins Luca Tilocco, Fabrizio Rosati, Federer, Lorkowski and Martiniuk on the sidelines. The gap from your leader, Francesco Cialenta, almost 2 seconds now. Hilbrand's wide through that corner on each and every lap. It's almost the NASCAR style high line, but it allows him to put the power down. Besancon down through the gearbox. You saw how aggressive the Frenchman is under brakes. The gap between these 2 drivers, it's not worth mentioning it in time because you can see it on the screen. Hilbrand with a slightly wider line in the CRG. Besancon in the privately entered Tony Kart. He is powered by the Vortex engine. There's Johansson, Corberti, Cavaliere and Pescadore, the top 7. The gap from Cialenta to 2nd place Hilbrand is 1.8, almost 1.9 seconds. Alberto Cavaliere on screen, the blue and yellow gold car. About to be attacked by Jorge Pescadore. Johansson trying to fight off Luca Corberti. Felicitiene sets fastest lap of the race, but he is down in position number 14, fighting with fastest qualifier Thomas Laurent, who just 7 days ago was winning a round of the French Cup in Ostrico in the north of France. So Laurent in 13th, Tiene in 14th. Marijn Kremers, a driver that many tipped for the title in 2015. The Dutchman is down in position number 15. Give credit to AJ Myers all the way from the USA. He's now up into position number 16, coming from grid number 29. He's one ahead of Bartosz Itzkowski, the Ricardo Kart driver from Poland. His mechanic this weekend, none other than the mythical, the legendary 2-time world champion, Alessandro Manetti. Manetti's driver, Itzkowski, has made up 5 places off the start. He's in position number 17 in the Ricardo Kart. Cavalieri in 6th spot. Pescadore has just dropped off the Italian a little bit. All the while, Sean Babington in the second of the energy carts. He's charging up through the field. He's not that far off this battle. He's now in position number 8. He's one ahead of Thomas Mitch, and Benjamin Tornquist rounds out the top 10 in the CRG. Petro Hiltbrand. Some tyre marks on the bodywork of that CRG. We are counting down to the final laps of the race. If anyone is going to challenge Francesco Cialenta, they're going to have to do it really, really soon. And I can't see it happening. He's got a 1.7 second lead over this man, Petro Hiltbrand, the Spaniard on his home circuit. Hiltbrand down through the gearbox. Besonsone has dropped off the Spaniard. He is in danger of falling off the podium because Joel Johansson is starting to catch the Frenchman. There goes Hiltbrand through. Besonsone, Johansson. Look how low he sits in the cart. We are now up to 7 or 8 retirements. You can see some carts scattered around the circuit right there in the background. 3 laps to go at the end of this one. The KZ2 final, the second round of the European Championships, coming to you live from Zuera in Zaragoza, Spain. The field's starting to spread out a little bit. They've got 3 laps to launch one last challenge. Besonsone and Hiltbrand to try and catch the leader, Francesco Cialenta. For the likes of Babington, Pescadore, Corbere, it's to try and get on the podium. Unfortunately, we've lost Alberto Cavalieri in the last lap. So both gold carts, after showing tremendous speed, are out. Alberto Cavalieri has just retired from the race, making it another kart not to finish this 18-lap final on the plains of Zuera in Spain. Besonsone, Hiltbrand, there goes through Corbere. Jorge Pescadore is now up into position number 6. Cavalieri's retirement elevates Sean Babington into 7th, ahead of Thomas Mitch. Mike Sabecki has made up 22 places. The German is now in position number 9. To starting on grid number 31. What a drive by the CRG SRP pilot. The gap from Francesco Cialenta. This man, your race leader, your pre-final winner for NGM Motorsport, has now blown out to 1.8, nearly 1.9 seconds. Then it's half a second between Hiltbrand and Besonsone. Joel Johansson in position number 4 in the energy car, desperate to get up on the podium. Twice runner-up in the European Championships. Marijn Kremers still down in position number 14 behind Thomas Laurent and Felice Tiene. There's Thomas Mitch right behind Sean Babington. You just saw a glimpse of the German Mike Sabecki flashing by. No one's going to catch him. I can't see it happening. He's driven a faultless pre-final. The NGM Motorsport driver, Francesco Cialenta. He's got half a lap to go of this 1.7 kilometre circuit in Zuera, Spain. The fight is on for the final podium position. Joel Johansson has now got past Besonsone for position number 3. He's on the podium. Francesco Cialenta is surely going to win the second round of the European Championship here in Spain. But further back in the field, Joel Johansson has got past Paolo Besancon. Hiltbrand is in position number 2. A few corners to go for this driver. On his final lap to take the biggest win of his career, surely. The Italian rounds the final few corners. The win goes to Francesco Cialenta. He wins it here in Spain. Pedro Hiltbrand takes second, and Joel Johansson has made it on.